for what do you call it, Nani Madueke. The fact that we went and got Gyökeres and Eze, I can accept the fact that we've now signed Nani Madueke as a backup to Saka because he's not the out-and-out left wing option. Because we've now signed Eze and Gyökeres, I believe they're the starters. I believe they're the two difference makers we signed to bring into this team. And Nani Madueke is now squad depth. He's not necessarily depended on as a week in, week out starter unless something happens to Saka, which now
we did that
is
with Sterling.
No, it's not. It's not the
Sterling.
same case. No.
How is it
Sterling
not?
and Nani Madueke is not the same situation. It's not.
It's much of a muchness, Sigal. You don't rate either player.
Nani Madueke at the age of 23 has a lot of scope to still become better, where Sterling was at the end of the road. It's not comparable. Also, we fully have signed Nani Madueke as a player who we believe was one of Chelsea's best wingers, one of their best at taking on men. I don't no longer.
You didn't rate him, Miguel. Why'd you do that? No,
I didn't. But the reason why I didn't rate him, because I did not trust the team to go out and also add Gyökeres and Eze on top of Nani Madueke. Now that they have gotten Gyökeres and Eze on top of Nani Madueke, it makes the Nani Madueke deal more acceptable. Because the reason why they moved so fast for Nani Madueke was because they were worried if they went and waited, that deal wouldn't have been there after they got Gyökeres and Eze over the line.
Bro, did Sterling play next to Odegaard make him a better player? Did Sterling play next to Havertz make him a better player?
Well,
did Sterling play around? Did Sterling play around? Partey, bro, you know the quality of the player is not there, Regal. You know he's going to be
Nani Madueke might impress you. Don't write somebody off at the age of 23.
You writ him off straight away. What are you talking about?
Because he's not being purchased as a starter. If he was being purchased as a starter, then I'll be concerned. But the fact that we have Bukayo Saka, the fact that we now have Eze, the fact that we now have Gyökeres, it is acceptable to go buy him as squad depth. And was Saka getting injured?
Was Lokonga a good player because he wasn't a starter? Was Fabio Vieira a good player because he wasn't a starter? Was Marquinhos a good player because he wasn't a starter?
It's not the same.
Yes, it is, because the quality of the player is not good enough.
It's not the same. Lokonga and Fabio Vieira did not come from another Premier League team. Lokonga and Fabio Vieira were not other English internationals. Lokonga and Fabio Vieira were not guys who've already shown that they can help the team win trophies. Lokonga and these guys are not being purchased. We're being purchased as squad players, and people didn't lose their shit the same way they lost their shit about Nani, because they believed that if Nani was the only winger or attacking player we purchased outside of Gyökeres this window, I would be with you. I would be still up in arms. I'll still be pissed off. But the fact that Nani Madueke is in addition to Eze and Gyökeres, it makes the deal more acceptable. And now that we have an injury situation, off the back of his performance for Liverpool and in England, I don't think it's as bad as I originally thought. Personally,
you man are telling us we need Calafiori to unlock Martinelli. Now we need the rest of the signings to unlock Madueke. Then we need Jesus.
Nobody's saying unlock Madueke. You're talking about something I never said.
You're telling me it's more acceptable because we bought other players, which means that you're going to get the more out of Madueke. No, you're not.
No, because you're not reliant on. Okay, understand. We all said we need a backup for Saka.
But not Madueke, bro.
Bro, you scream every day that you need a backup for Saka. You need a quality backup. You need a quality backup. You need a quality backup.
Not Madueke.
Not that. You said that. We said.
Yeah. I said that. Okay, cool. You want to call me out? I said, yeah. No. Hold on. You want to call me out? Cool, no problem. I said I wanted a backup to Saka that can actually compete to get into the first team. If you
can do that.
Hold on. If you want to quote me, yeah. And I also said, why are we getting Madueke that's been worse in the last 2 seasons, statistically, for everyone that watches football, statistically, than Martinelli and Trossard? So we're trying to get rid of Martinelli, trying to get rid of Trossard, but we're bringing in a winger that's just as bad. Are we dumb here? When did I say I wanted Madueke, bro? When did I say I wanted Madueke? Okay. Just because I want a player to strengthen in a position doesn't mean I want a player that's levels down. I've been complaining about this squad, when people like Igal have been calling out great windows and 8 out of 10s and 7 out of 10s. I've been telling
this was definitely minimum.
Lokonga, Kivior, Fabio Vieira, Marquinhos.
They're not here anymore. Why are you
these
mentioning guys that are not here anymore?
too many levels below our starting lineup. That is not what I want.
So you know what we did? We went
See,
to a
people,
player.
let me get my word in on Madueke. Let me get my word in
Please,
on
please,
Madueke.
Tony. One
Hold on,
second.
let him land. Let him land, Tony. Then you go.
Before you start comparing this to Fabio
Big up
Vieira
to
and
me.
Lokonga and these guys, this was a guy who was starting for a team that got top 4. This was a guy who was starting for a team that won a Conference League. This was a guy who is now in England's team when Saka's injured. So he's not a scrub. As much as
Why did you
I did
freak
not
out
want
then?
him when we signed him, as much as you did not want him when we signed him. The reality of the situation is Nani Madueke, as a backup for Saka at the age of 23, still scope to grow, is a good player to have in the squad as a backup to Saka. To act like he's a scrub and he's useless is ridiculous.
So why did you freak out then? Because no one forced you to freak out.
No, because I thought he was going to be our starter.
Okay, so we're back to playing players on the as long as they're on the bench. Well, guess what, Igal? When everyone was comfortable with Nketiah being on the bench, we didn't win a major honor. When everyone was comfortable, yeah, with Martinelli being a bit part player, didn't win a major honor. When everybody was telling us that Zinchenko is going to unlock players and he's pivotal to the way we're going to play, we didn't win. When we went and got Carl Hein, we didn't win. When we got Trusty, we didn't win. When we got Kivio, we didn't win. When we got Fabio Vieira, Lokonga, we didn't win, bro. So what are we doing right now? Oh, we're going to get another player that comfortably sits on the bench, and the next season you'll tell me
he was a starter for Chelsea.
And he's not a striker for us because we're supposed to be getting over the line after 6 years and £1 billion spent. So that is not the right signing, starter.
We got a Premier League proven starter.
Concept, Igal. We keep getting bench players, bro.
We bought a Premier League proven starter from Chelsea, put him on our bench, and said, you know what? In case of Saka, he's insurance. And guess what? Saka's now injured, and that insurance is paying off.
And then when we rely on these bench players, you tell us that the bench ain't good enough. We need to strengthen.
The bench is good now.
We had to rely on Moreno as a striker. We didn't win. When we needed to rely on Trossard, we didn't win. When we needed to rely on all these bench players that you're telling me comfortably hold the bench, what did we win, Igal? What did we win? Nothing, bro. So what are we doing? That's why I didn't want that level of signing. When we got Zubamendi, I was happy. When we got Gyökeres, I was happy. When we got Eze, I was happy. These are players that push us forward. Let's stop getting these bench players that do nothing.
So you want Rodrigo as your backup for Saka? You want Chouameni?
I told you Lokonga. I never mentioned Rodrigo.
or whatever his name is, Chouameni as your backup for Rice. You want your backup defender to be Mark Gahey. You want your backup left back to be who? Like,
you're telling me Madueke is the best that we could do?
You can't realistically spend 45 million on every backup.
Is Madueke the best that we could do?
You want Eric Garcia to be the backup center goalkeeper.
Go out there and put the money for flipping Mbeumo, bro. We're supposed to be the team. How are Man United getting Mbeumo over us? We're supposed to be in phase 6 getting over the line.
Maybe Mbeumo doesn't want to be in the team where he's not guaranteed starter.
Manager so much. We should
be very fair. He didn't want to come to us.
Maybe Mbeumo wants to be the highest paid player at the club. To be a backup.
We have no problem. We've made Havertz the highest paid player at our club.
You want your backups to be you want your backups, bro. Northside, you're making no sense.
What are you talking about? I would rather Mbeumo than get Madueke
as a backup for Saka.
Bench.
You're saying go sign Mbeumo.
Oh my God! Yes, I want him. Yes, I want Mbeumo over Madueke. Is that crazy?
What's the chances that player is willing to come to your club to be a backup? Number one, and number two, what's the chances that said player is willing to come to your club for the fees that you're willing to pay him?
Well,
maybe
we should be, because we got Jesus as our second highest earner. We got Havertz as our highest earner. These men ain't done nothing.
When we signed them, they were signed as starters.
Odegaard that you're not rating over Eze. He's what, our third highest earner at this.
Odegaard is a starter week in, week out. He's one of our best players.
That's been rubbish for 2 years. He's been rubbish.
That's a lie. Even at his worst, he's still better than some of the guys you rate.
Egal.
See, not side. See, I'm gonna break your heart with this one. Yeah, I do agree with Brother Igal. You know me, I'm a very fair person. I do agree with Brother Igal about this Madueke issue. Yeah, I mean, see, just look at it from this perspective. Yeah, Madueke brought in as a backup to Saka. We have been crying for a backup for Bukayo Saka. Definitely, we have been doing that. This guy's a young player. I don't think he's been our worst player since he has come on. at Arsenal. I actually think he's one of our most progressive players. To be very sincere with you, he hasn't been our worst player, Brian Northside. And to be very sincere with you, age is still with him. I think he's still gonna play. He's still gonna develop. And again, if you check his stats here with Chelsea, he's always that guy from that right hand side that gets into more dangerous positions in the final third. The only problem with him is that the end product is an issue. Now, this is where the manager comes to play. And this is where I have a problem with Brother Igar, who might not see my way. If we had a manager that I would say, oh, okay, he's in tune in developing a certain player to make him or turn into his end product into something more acceptable, I would say, okay, Madueke, he could go, he could get it this season. If we have someone who I could say, oh, maybe like an Ancelotti, who would literally make this guy, Madueke, something we don't recognize what he is right now, that would be a different issue. But it's about criticizing. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Saka is generational. Saka is generational. He's different. Saka is generational. He's different.
You refuse. He hasn't developed Gabriel.
Bro, see, I'm not saying he hasn't done that, but that's with defensive. That's with defensive players. Name me any attacking talent in the football club that this manager hasn't ruined